as someone who builds numerous agents and has like 13 different agents working for him at the same time using OpenClaw and all these tools out there, one of the common questions I get asked a lot is, Fahad, what should I use? Should I use Hermes agent? Should I use OpenClaw agent? Should I use a grandma's agent? No, I'm kidding. But there are so many questions on, hey, should I use Hermes? Should I use OpenClaw? This, that. So you know what I thought? I'm gonna create a detailed, simple checklist on what OpenClaw offers, what Hermes offers, and who should use what. So I'm just gonna create two different diagrams over here, yeah? So I'm gonna call this one Hermes, and I'm gonna call this one OpenClaw, all right? And I'm gonna divide things between few things, all right? Now that I've created two different columns, let's just create the first thing. First, let's put the facts together, right? Is it open source? Is it open source? Both OpenClaw is open source and Hermes is open source, which is great. That means you can quickly develop these tools quickly. Now the next question is it easy to deploy? Easily? Now this is where some people get confused, but the thing is this, right? Both OpenClaw and Hermes are so much easier to deploy, and both of them can be deployed the same way in which you deploy OpenClaw. You can go to Hostinger, click on one-click deploy, and that's it. Just like how you do OpenClaw, Hermes can be deployed with the same tools, with the same touch. So that's why both of them get a tick mark in here. So this thing gets a tick mark in here, and this thing gets a tick mark in here. Now the next thing is this, right? What makes next thing that makes Hermes agent much better is self-improvement. So one thing that Hermes does is it's insanely good in self-improvement, whereas OpenClaw doesn't self-improve. The only way it self-improves is if you tell it, hey, based on this new set of instructions I gave you, update yourself. I have to tell it every time to update itself. By Hermes, every single time you chat to it, it constantly learns, it constantly improves. So things such as ad creatives, campaign creatives, copywriting, where you expect it to constantly improve, such as you created a campaign, you created a copy last week. This time the copy is performing much better. Find out what you did. So it's gonna keep doing every single time. It's gonna keep going through the self-improving loop. And OpenClaw is not trained to do that. It doesn't do it unless you specifically instruct it every day at Sunday at 7 a.m. Improve yourself. Learn everything you did differently. Update your memory.md. Update your soul.md file on everything that we've learned. This thing self-improves and this doesn't. So that's the main benefit, that OpenClaw is much different. It improves by itself with every single time it runs. Now the next thing is this, right? Self-improvement is one thing. The next thing is skill community. I hope you can see this, right? So the next thing is skill community, right? Now in terms of skill community, what do I mean by this? So one of the things that makes Hermes and OpenClaw amazing is the fact that we can create different agents with different skills. And you know that if you've used these two tools before, what makes or breaks a good agent is how good the skill can be. And you can download so many skills out there. You can make your own skills. Making your skills is much harder, but if you can download the skills, amazing skills that people develop, it just makes your life so much easier, and your OpenClaw becomes 10 times better instantaneously. Your Hermes agent. The thing is, Hermes doesn't have a good open skill community, but OpenClaw on the other hand does. OpenClaw has such an insanely good, and which is why you can go to OpenClaw Skill Hub website. You can download good skills from reputable people, because so many people are using OpenClaw, but Hermes doesn't have that big of a community. Because of that, you can't build good skills, you can't find good skills, you can't find good resources, because not a lot of people use this. So now after skill community, the next important thing is reliability. Now what do I mean by reliable? Both these agents are reliable, fully reliable. It's going to do whatever you say it's going to do at the time that you say it's going to do. But the thing is this, right? The thing with Hermes agents, you see the self-improvement thing that I told you about. See, every good thing has a pros and cons to it. In terms of self-improving agent, right? Because it's self-improving, it's not going to follow instructions. It's going to try to do something better every time. So for example, if you make a cake with certain sort of ingredients and you love the cake, will you or will you not remove or add ingredients on top of it? You're not going to do it because you love the cake. But Hermes agent doesn't give a crap about that. Hermes agent is constantly trying to improve itself. It's going to add flipping caviar into cake because it heard caviar is good. You can't rely on that when you want a set of instructions to be done. You rely on OpenClaw, because OpenClaw always comes through because it follows a certain set of instructions. Now, what do I use personally? Now, that's the common criteria I would use on setting up Hermes agents and OpenClaw. Both of them same setup, both of them have the same set of features. Now, I'm gonna give OpenClaw a star. Why do I give OpenClaw a star and why do I choose OpenClaw? Because if there's an agent called self-improving agent. Self-improving agent is going to constantly pretend to be like Hermes and is going to constantly update its memory.md file to remember what we've learned and it's going to constantly improve by itself. Now that's the beautiful thing about OpenClaw. So because that agent exists, it's going to act like Hermes, but it's going to be like OpenClaw with OpenClaw's features, with OpenClaw's skill, with OpenClaw's reliability, and that's the reason why I would prefer OpenClaw any day of the week over Hermes agent. That's the end of the video, guys. I hope you found some value in this. I'm going to be creating a bunch of cool agents in this channel. I've already built multiple CFO agents, CMO agents, numerous agents. Check them out. I explain in detail on how to set this up, how to set this up. So check my YouTube, and if you want me to build one of these agents for your business, I'm going to be attaching a link below. Book a call with my team and let's see if we can build something similar for your business. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Hope you have a good one. Cheers and see you in the next one. Bye.